Hello, hello. Welcome back to another deep dive on Learn English with Podcast. I am Mark.
And I am Sarah. We are so happy you are here with us today.
Hey, how's it going? How's your morning?
Hi. I am doing great, ready for today's lesson. I had a really nice morning. How about you?
I am doing great too. I had a lot of coffee, so I am very ready for today.
Yeah.
But honestly,
Yeah.
my morning started with, well, a funny moment.
Oh, really? What happened?
So I was standing in the elevator this morning.
Okay.
I was just looking at my phone, checking the news.
Right. Normal morning stuff.
Exactly. Then my neighbor walked in. He is a really nice guy.
Yeah.
He looked at me, smiled, and asked, "How was your weekend?"
Oh, that sounds like a nice, normal question. A very polite neighbor.
It is.
Yeah.
It is a very normal question. But for a second, my mind went totally blank.
Oh, no.
It was like static on a television. I just froze. I did so many things this weekend. I went hiking, I cooked dinner, I watched a movie, but I did not know where to start.
Mm-hmm.
I did not know what to say.
Oh, I know that feeling so well. It happens to everyone.
Really?
Yes, it is the Monday morning panic.
The Monday morning panic?
I like that. You want to say something interesting, you want to sound natural, but you get nervous, so you end up just saying, what?
You just said it was fine.
It was fine. The classic answer.
Exactly. It was fine. So boring. I felt bad immediately.
Yeah, I understand that.
I wanted to connect with him. I wanted to have a real conversation, but I just gave a one-word answer.
Right.
And that is exactly what we're going to unpack today. This is our deep dive into how to talk about your weekend in English without feeling stressed.
This is such an important topic for English learners
It really is.
because talking about your weekend is not just about sharing information.
Mm-hmm.
It is a key way to make friends. It is how we connect with people at work or at school.
Right?
But it can be scary in a second language.
It can be terrifying. So let's start with the big picture. You have a really interesting metaphor for this.
Yes, I do.
You call it the box of chocolates.
The box of chocolates, exactly.
Now, I love chocolate, so I am already listening carefully. Why do you use this metaphor for English conversation?
Well, think about a fancy box of chocolates.
Okay.
When you offer a chocolate to a friend, you do not show them every single ingredient.
Right.
You do not list the sugar, the milk, the cocoa butter, the preservatives.
And the factory where it was made.
Exactly. That would be boring.
And probably a little weird.
Very weird. You just offer them the best pieces. You pick the 2 or 3 tastiest moments to share.
I love that.
But when we learn a language, we often feel like we have to give the ingredient list.
Oh, I do that all the time.
We all do.
I feel like I have to say everything I did in exact order. First I woke up, then I brushed my teeth, then I did this, then I did that.
Right. And that is the trap. When you talk about your weekend, you do not need to describe the laundry, the cleaning, or the grocery shopping.
Unless something crazy happened at the grocery store. Like,
Why?
if you saw a famous celebrity buying bananas.
Exactly. That would be a special chocolate. But usually chores are just the wrapper. You want to share the highlights, you share the tasty parts.
That is a perfect way to put it. We
Yeah.
want to give people the chocolate, not the recipe.
Yes,
It really takes the pressure off. You do not have to report every single minute of your weekend.
exactly. It is about editing. Fluency is actually about choosing what not to say.
Wow. Fluency is about choosing what not to say. I am going to remember that.
It is a game changer.
Now, before we open this box of chocolates and share our specific tips on how to do this, I have a small favor to ask our listeners.
Yes, please.
If you are enjoying this deep dive, please remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel.
And share it with a friend who is also learning English.
Absolutely.
We are building a great community here. We are all learning together.
So let's get into the reality of this. We are experts now, sort of, but we were not always perfect.
Far from perfect.
I have to ask, have you ever had a weekend talk disaster?
Oh, absolutely. I have a really embarrassing story.
Let's hear it.
It still makes me laugh when I think about it.
I am ready.
So a few years ago, I started a new job.
Okay.
And I really wanted to impress my new boss. I wanted him to think I was smart and interesting.
Of course.
On Monday morning, he walked up to my desk and asked, "So, what did you do this weekend?"
The pressure was on. The spotlight was right on you.
It was. I was so nervous. I wanted to use big, impressive vocabulary words.
Oh.
I had gone to a beautiful park for a hike, but suddenly I forgot the word for path.
Oh no, the word just disappeared.
Completely vanished. My brain just stopped working.
That happens to the best of us. So what did you say?
I looked him right in the eye and said, "I walked on the long brown floor of the trees."
The long brown floor of the
Uh,
trees. Oh my gosh.
yes,
Honestly, that sounds kind of poetic, like something from a fantasy novel.
maybe. But my boss just looked very confused.
I can imagine.
He did not know what I was talking about. He just stared at me and I felt so embarrassed. I stopped talking and just looked down at my coffee. I felt like my English was terrible.
I think every single language learner has a moment like that.
For sure.
We try too hard to be fancy, and we end up saying something very strange.
Exactly. I tried to be a poet when I should have just been simple. What about you? Do you have a disaster story?
Oh, yes. I have the opposite problem sometimes.
What is that?
I talk too much.
Ah.
Once, someone asked me about my weekend, and I had just fixed my broken sink in the kitchen.
Oh, that is useful. You are handy.
It is useful, yes,
Yeah.
but it is not a good story for a party.
No.
No. I was so proud of fixing it that I spent 20 minutes explaining exactly how I did it.
20 minutes.
20 minutes. I talked about every single tool I used. I talked about every screw. I talked about the water pressure valves.
Oh my goodness. You gave them a lecture?
I did. I looked up, and I saw the other person's eyes were closing.
They were falling asleep.
They were so bored.
You gave them the manual, not the story.
Exactly. I realized then, people do not want a manual.
Right.
They want a connection.
Right.
They do not need to know the size of the wrench I used.
That is the key lesson right there. It is normal to feel nervous. It is normal to say too little, like I did with my floor of the trees.
Right.
Or to say too much, like you did with your sink manual. But this is a fixable problem.
And it's absolutely fixable. And that brings us to the most interesting part of this deep dive.
Yes, the toolkit.
We have put together a special toolkit for you.
This is a set of 4 practical tips.
Mm-hmm.
If you use these 4 tips, you will never freeze in the elevator again. You will always be ready.
I love that. Let's look at the first tool in the kit. What is it?
Tip number 1 is called the bird's eye view.
The bird's eye view. That is a great image. What does that actually mean?
Well, imagine you are a bird flying high above your weekend.
Okay, I am flying.
You see everything at once. You see the Saturday, the Sunday, the sleep, the food. But you are high up, so you do not see the small details yet.
Right. You just see the whole landscape.
Exactly. You want to start your answer with one general word that summarizes the whole 2 days.
Okay.
You want to set the vibe.
So instead of listing my activities, I give a summary first.
Yes. You want to give the listener an idea of the feeling before you give the details. Was it relaxing? Was it busy? Was it productive?
I see. So instead of saying, Saturday I woke up at 8, then I ate toast, then I went, right.
There's no toast.
I start with the big picture. I say, it was a really relaxing weekend.
Yes. Or it was really busy.
That is so much better. It tells the listener what to expect. It frames the story for me.
It does. And it gives your brain a break.
Oh, how so?
While you were saying it was a relaxing weekend, your brain has 2 extra seconds to think of what to say next.
Oh, that is a great trick. Buy yourself some time.
Exactly.
Okay, so we have the bird's eye view.
Yeah.
What is the second tool?
Tip number 2 is the golden nugget.
I like the sound of that, the golden nugget. This sounds valuable.
It is. This goes back to our box of chocolates metaphor. You do not need a list of everything you did. You just need to pick one specific thing.
Just one, even if I did 10 amazing things.
Just one. Maybe you saw a movie. Maybe you tried a new pizza place. Or maybe you just went for a long walk.
So I do not need to tell them about the movie and the pizza and the walk.
No, that is too much information. That is the ingredient list. Just choose the best one, the nugget.
This takes so much pressure off. I always feel like I have to give a full report to the police. And then I did this, and then I did that.
No reports, just a conversation.
Right.
One nugget is enough to keep the chat going. If you tell them about the pizza, they can ask, oh, was it good? If you tell them 10 things, they do not know what to ask.
That is so true. It is actually easier for the listener if I say less.
Exactly. Give them a chance to participate.
Okay, so tip 1 is the bird's eye view. Tip 2 is the golden nugget. What is tip number 3?
Tip number 3 is the feeling factor.
The feeling factor. This sounds important for connection.
It is. This is what makes you sound like a human, not a robot. You need to say how you felt about what you did.
Can you give us an example? What does robot English sound like?
Sure. A robot says, I went to the cinema.
Okay. Factually true, grammatically correct,
Yeah.
but very boring.
Right. But a human says, I went to the cinema and it was really fun.
Huh.
Or, I went to the cinema but the movie was terrible.
I hear the difference. It was really fun. That adds emotion to the statement.
Yes. Words like fun, relaxing, tiring, or exciting add color to your English.
Right.
They help the other person connect with you. People connect with feelings, not just facts.
That is a great point. If I say I was frustrated, you feel frustrated for me. If I say I was happy, you feel happy for me.
Exactly. It creates empathy, and empathy makes a great conversation.
Okay, we are moving fast.
Mm-hmm.
We have the bird's eye view, the golden nugget, and the feeling factor.
Yes.
Now, for the final tool, this might be my favorite one because it is a lifesaver.
Tip number 4 is the question bridge.
The question bridge. I really call this the most important tip
Why is it the most important to you?
because it saves you. If you run out of words, or if you feel nervous, or if you just want to stop talking, you use the bridge.
And the bridge is simply asking a question back to the other person.
Right. You finish your short story, and you immediately ask, how about you? Or what did you do?
This is brilliant because it bridges the conversation to the other person. It stops you from talking forever. It is like a game of tennis. You hit the ball back over the net.
Yes. And people love talking about themselves.
They really do.
If you ask, how about you? They will start talking, and you can just relax and listen.
It makes the conversation a two-way street. It is polite, and it is a great strategy for learners. It takes the spotlight off of you.
So to review, start with a general word, the bird's eye. Pick one nugget, the golden nugget.
Right.
Add a feeling, the feeling factor.
Yes.
And ask a question, the question bridge.
It sounds so simple when you break it down like that.
It really is.
Yeah.
But before we wrap up today, I want to pause for a second.
Okay.
We used some specific vocabulary words today in our examples. I think it would be great to do a quick word tour.
That is a great idea. Let's define the key terms we use so our listeners can confidently use them this weekend.
The first word is productive. You mentioned this for the bird's eye view.
Yes, productive. This means you did a lot of work or you finished many tasks.
So if I cleaned my house, did my laundry, and finished a report for work,
You would say, my weekend was very productive.
is that a good thing?
Yes. It feels very good to be productive. It means you achieved something.
Got it. What about the next one? To catch up.
To catch up. This is a very common phrasal verb.
I use it all the time.
It means to talk to a friend or a family member you have not seen in a long time. You are updating each other on your lives.
So if I meet my sister for coffee,
You could say, I went to a cafe to catch up with my sister.
nice. It sounds warm and friendly. I like that one.
It is a great phrase.
The next word is low-key. This is a cool word. I hear this all the time in movies.
It is very common in spoken English. Low-key. We use this for a quiet, relaxing weekend with no big plans.
Okay.
No parties, no stress.
Just pajamas and pizza.
Exactly. Pajamas and pizza. You could say, I had a low-key weekend. I just stayed home and read a book.
I love a low-key weekend. Sometimes that is exactly what you need.
Yes.
And the last word.
The last word is highlights.
We talked about this with the chocolate box metaphor.
Yes. A highlight is the best or most interesting part of something. It is the bright spot.
Can you give me an example sentence?
Sure. The highlight of my weekend was the chocolate cake I ate.
Chocolate cake is always a highlight.
Always. If you cannot think of a golden nugget to share, just ask yourself, what was the highlight? What was the best moment?
So those are our words. Productive, catch-up, low-key,
Yeah.
and highlights. Try to use them.
Yes. Vocabulary sticks in your memory when you actually use it. Do not just memorize the list. Put them in a real sentence.
Okay, let's do a quick recap. If you are listening to this on your way to work or maybe while washing the dishes, try to remember the 4 steps. Break it down one more time for us.
Step 1, bird's eye view. Give a general feeling. Step 2, golden nugget. Pick one specific thing.
Got it.
Step 3, feeling factor. Was it fun? Was it tiring?
Right.
And step 4, question bridge. Ask, how about you?
Simple, powerful, effective. It is a real formula for success.
It is. Now, we cannot let you go without a challenge. We have a tiny goal for you today.
I love tiny goals. Small steps lead to big results. What is the challenge for this week?
I want you to think of one thing you did last Saturday. Just one thing.
Okay, I am thinking. I went to the grocery store.
Okay, perfect. Now write one sentence about it, but you must use a feeling word, like happy, tired, or excited.
Okay, let me try. I went to the grocery store and I was excited because they had fresh bread.
Perfect. You have a nugget and a feeling.
And what do the listeners do with that sentence once they make it?
Share it. Text it to a friend who speaks English. Or, if you are alone, look in the mirror and say it out loud.
The mirror technique.
Yes. Get comfortable hearing your own voice. Look at yourself and say, I had a low-key weekend. It really helps build confidence.
That is great advice. Speaking to yourself in the mirror feels silly at first, but it really helps. It prepares you for the real world.
It builds that confidence so you do not freeze when the neighbor walks into the elevator.
Well, this has been a lot of fun. I feel ready for the elevator now.
Yeah.
If my neighbor asks me about my weekend tomorrow, I know exactly what to do. I will not just say, it was fine.
You are going to be great. And to our listeners, just remember, you do not need to be perfect. You just need to connect.
Exactly. You are all doing great. Learning a language is a journey. It is a long road, but every small step counts. You can do this.
We really want to hear from you. Leave a comment below if you can. Answer the question, how was your weekend? Try to use one of our new words.
Yes, tell us about your low-key weekends or your productive weekends. Thank you so much for listening. Keep practicing, keep smiling, and we will see you in the next deep dive. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.